Hi everybody, Diane here, and I have something special for you today. But before I tell you what it is, I'm going to tell you why I did it. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay, so just stick with me for a second. So, you know how I recently moved from California to Pennsylvania. And when you do that, when you pack up all your things, I was in that apartment for 12 years. So I kind of started going through a lot of stuff and really revisiting everything I owned. Oh, I don't really like that shadow there. Let's get rid of those for a moment. Okay, we're doing the zhuzh. Okay, whatever. There we go. So I really kind of went through a lot of things that I owned. And one of the things I found in one of my boxes of paperwork were my performance reviews, a couple of my performance reviews from when I worked in retail fashion. And I have to say it was kind of fun to take a look back through them and see. It was 3 different bosses, 3 different jobs, but get to see how they scored me in my performance. And I started thinking, it's kind of a shame in a little way that once you're not in a job that does that, you really don't get that annual checkpoint where you sit down with someone and you kind of review, here's what was expected of you, here's how you did, here's where you excelled and you really were great, and here's some of the things you need to work on to, raise your get closer to the bar or raise the bar or, whatever the case is. So I decided to give you and I a performance review, and I have created the Weekly DiVa. Is that the front page? Yes, that is the front page. Okay. The Weekly DiVa Performance Evaluation. Ooh, okay, so now you're sitting there going, why do I want to get a review? I don't work for you, Diane. So anyway, so here's how it works. I mocked up an annual review loosely based on what I used to get when I worked in retail, but it doesn't have to do with job. It has to do with life. And there are categories. First page is basically financial. So this is where you assess if you're in debt, if you're accruing more debt, if you've gotten yourself out of debt, but it also talks about if you have an annual budget, if you live on a fixed income, and how well you're doing with that. Second page is leadership skills. And I will say my glasses were making a really weird shadow, so I took them off. So I kind of can't read this, so you're just going to have to bear with me. We'll go over the details at another date. So this is the leadership page, and this is really what talks about if you're setting a good example for people, if you are making good decisions for yourself, but also if you are making decisions that help make everyone's lives around you better. It talks about how you communicate. It talks about basically your people skills. Third page, third category are management skills. And this is, you probably think you're not a manager, but you are the manager of yourself. So this really talks about your personal growth, how you embrace technology, your personal style, your romantic life, which I can already tell you, mine's not going to score so well there. Education and development. Are you actively trying to better yourself? Have you just decided you're as good as you're going to get and you're done with it? These kinds of things are on the management page. And then the last page is your summary page, where you basically get to recap what you scored in the first 3 categories to see what your overall rating is. You get to talk about your developmental opportunities and your strengths and give yourself a game plan for the following year. So I don't know, this seems like a fantastic idea to me. I hope you're totally on board with it, but I want you to be able to take a look at it. So if you look below this video, I'm going to link to this so you can download your own copy and you can do a performance review. You can check it out first if you want to just see what exactly I think is important. I can change things, so if you think there's something that should be changed, let me know. Maybe I'll add it. But here's the kicker. Because I am going through this big life change, I've had a lot of time to think about where I'm at, where I'm going, where I was. And that's sort of the other thing that triggered this. And I thought, well, what a better way than to fill out this performance review now, see what I think is working and what's not working, and then have it and really kind of focus on these things so that in a year I can actually assess how I did compared to where I was today. So I'm going to fill this out for now. And because I enjoy spending time with you so much, I'm going to share those reviews, those ratings about me with you in upcoming videos. So we will get to talk about where I see myself, where I scored myself on some of these things, if I think I'm doing a good job, where I think I need improvement. And, you can feel free to tell me what you think as well. But I'm doing it because I want to help inspire you to make all of our lives as great as they can be. So anyway, that is your fun thing that you get this week, is the Weekly Diva Performance Review. Get your copy below and tune in a week where we will start going over how Diane is doing in life. Okay? I'll see you soon. Bye.